been stunned to discover that a contract his company was counting on was being cut back.
You initially told us to design and build 22 homes. Now you're saying 18. That doesn't give us enough capital to complete the job. I mean, we've already got the blueprints drawn up and everything.
Well, that part wasn't true, but they would have.
It was a very important phone call.
I don't have much time, Michael. Tobias is about to walk in here any minute asking for a job, and I need you to hire him.
Hi,
Oh my
It
god.
isn't my idea, it's his. But I need a break from Mrs. Featherbottom.
Since moving out, Tobias had been pretending to be a British
still do
housekeeper as a way to be close to his family. However, his desire to now be discovered as himself was becoming bothersome.
Can't you just tell him you know that he's Mrs. Featherbottom?
Oh, well, let's
She's
still
still doing it.
wash my delicates.
Yeah, the real Tobias wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't do what?
Be Michael's assistant.
Well, that's what I came down here to ask about. I think you'll find me more than qualified.
It's really not that simple. You'd have to submit a resume.
Booyah!
Her head shot.
Wow, Jovias Industries.
Go bias.
Right.
As in go
I
bias.
remember. Yeah. You know what? Looks like you might be a little too qualified.
Hang on. Why don't you let your new assistant take all this down?
Wow, you're gung-ho.
You're getting a new assistant? Is this because the order was cut back?
No, but if you are concerned about keeping your job, you might want to focus on keeping unwanted visitors out of my office.
I have rabies, Michael. You know that. Today was day 4 of my shots.
I have
Starla
rabies.
had been bitten by a well-known music producer's guard dog.
Wow. The brain.
Michael, Starla told us about the cutback. You know, a lot of our overhead is tied up in the fact that we are on the top floor of a very expensive building. If we move just one floor lower...
Ted, everything's fine. I got it all under control, and nobody needs to move.
I'm sorry. Ted?
Yes.
Is it Ted? Did Ted make an appointment?
No, I just worked down the hall.
No. Well, then Ted can get the hell out of this office. You get the hell out!
Damn.
Oh my god.
And that's how you keep out unwanted visitors. Although, if I may, let me take off my assistant skirt and put on my Barbra Streisand in The Prince of Tides ass-masking therapist pantsuit.
What?
The reason that you can't accept my help is the same reason you can't hear that gentleman's idea. Because you have to be in total...
Yes. But once the show starts and you ram that sword through my belly, people will know that I'm the one who belongs back in the Alliance. The kind of trick that I can put on a DVD like Tony Wonder does.
Tony Wonder had startled the world by baking himself into a loaf of bread.
Oh my
He
god.
sold the DVDs of it on his website, which many claim suffered due to its pop-up ads.
Thanks. I'm finally being treated like a real person, not some deformed.
Hook. Forgot about that thing, Elephant Man. We're gonna have to figure out something to do so that people can look at you without wanting to kill themselves.
Maybe.
That night, George Sr. heard about Michael's illness.
Employees are going to panic. They need to know that someone's in control.
And how do we do that?
Booyah!
And at the
What's all this
Gothic
sticky
castle,
tape?
Buster had been outfitted with a mechanical Halloween hand.
Whoa! Looks like you got some dirty ears.
You're in the band list so you know what it's 6.
6. Looks like you'll be my opener.
Oh my god, man.
Tony Wonder.
You got the W.
You like bread?
Yeah.
Have some. Wow, it's warm. How did you do? Oh. Magicians only.
Maybe. Why does he have this W? It's this W.
This is Wonder.
Function of my shirt, and then I pull it out and I make it look like it came out of my skin.
Wow, that sounds easy.
Keep it yourself. And good luck up there tonight. And you'll get there someday. I started out as a little W. Somehow I became a big one. I don't even know how it happened. All right?
Oh, we got another brain.
What's going on inside now?
Enjoy the Hanukkah cookie, man. What a cool guy.
What a cool guy. You gotta wear a mask.
What's his name?
Know.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is his name?
Tobias
I
had
kept wanting
been
to say
sent to the
Zoolander.
office
Like,
by
that's not his
George
name.
Sr.
Today, and I'll be filling in for Michael, who is not sick. In fact, just today I saw a sliver of his buttocks, and they're as fresh and firm as a Georgia peach, so not to worry. But before you all rise up and say, well, let's make this man our leader, well, I think that won't be necessary after you see this.
Meanwhile, Lindsay had also violated Michael's authority and was teaching George Michael to drive.
Are you sure you don't want me to just watch you for a while?
Driving is about confidence, George Michael. Jam on it! Feels great, right? Now put your foot on the brake, there's a light in a half mile.
Meanwhile,
Gonna have
Buster
to-
and
I'm
Joe
gonna start breaking
have
down.
the Sword of Destiny illusion at the Gothic Castle.
Buster was feeling himself, man.
Silent slave! In this magic trick, I'm going to put a sword through my assistant's tight.
No platter.
May I have the trick sword, please?
It's a real
Trick
sword. Master. We've got to milk this for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna milk this for a minute.
Was that an accident?
Yeah, that was his robot head.
And the
That
audience
worked
was
way
the
better.
only one impressed by the performance.
Bravo. Hey, give us a sec, would you, Candida?
Can't do.
My brother's widow. It's up.
Hey, so,
fucked
the
up.
accident angle. Right on.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Howdy Doodads ate it up.
Sorry, that's what we call the audience.
No, I know.
How they do that?
I'm sorry, solo act.
How they do
We're not
that.
gonna do a basketball club. I'm not registering. But you hitched your wagon to the right star. I want you guys on my next DVD.
You want us for use your...
So fast, Michael. There seems to be a bacterial infection from the operation which left an abscess in your abdominal wall.
You.
I know, it's pretty gross. It could heal on its own. But I say, we go in there Dr. Stein style and cut it out. I want to show these interns what the best doctor in Southern California can do.
So I had this bacterial infection because of the surgery
check
you
it.
gave me that I didn't
And
need.
you want me to go
And now you want to go
again?
into surgery again?
Oh, we good.
Deformity is absurd. And one day you're going to wake up and find out it has caused you nothing but trouble.
And you are peeing again.
And as the anesthesia took hold, Michael realized he was going to wake up to nothing but trouble.
The FBI has pinpointed the location of escaped convict George Bluth today, thanks to a tape turned in by a rabid and disgruntled employee. The FBI has matched the design of the attic to one of Saddam Hussein's Iraqi houses, and it appears his son is with him.
This is my demand.
Booyah!
Oh. Shit.
Booyah!
Buster and Joe were waiting to meet with Tony Wonder.
He's gonna lowball us, so just let me do the talking, alright, Bussy? This DVD is the destiny the sword has chosen for me.
I wonder where he is.
Same.
Somebody say... Wonder.
He just appeared out of nowhere.
You don't see that?
In front of that dumbwaiter.
Actually, he'd been hiding inside the dumbwaiter for over 20 minutes, waiting for someone to use the...
Is even less likely, unless I left them in my scrubs.
Good news.
He's
Thinking
terrible.
George is in
You
Iraq.
need to get out of
Somebody
this
else is
hospital.
hospital terrible.
Back at the Gothic
They need to be
Castle,
there.
Joe was performing his illusion.
Tango now. Put out the real sword for the fake one. What's he doing? I'm Joe Bluth. I'm the real magician. This man is only the assistant. Buster, the sword. Handle first, handle first. Ah, my fingers! Cut off my fingers!
Did it really cut his fingers off?
That was good. Damn good.
Cut off my fingers!
Didn't know you had taquitos.
And Michael came to a decision.
You know what, George
Didn't know he had
Michael?
taquitos.
I think I'm going to give up some of my authority. Starting now. You drive home. Alright?
Unfortunately, Michael's decision to let his son
Babe,
drive
after
a
he's been
car
driving the other
with a
car,
more
it's
gonna be a fucking
responsive
problem.
gas pedal
Yeah.
was not a good decision.
Your leg's going to be fine, Michael. And I wouldn't worry about getting hit by any more cars. I've shortened your calf muscles to theoretically increase your jumping ability, but if it works, I could be the best in the world. I want the other doctor back.
Yeah, the one who just,
On the
I gotta
next,
wait till he finishes
Arrested
sentences.
Development.
He probably do
Michael
what he
gets
gotta
a
do,
new
but he's just
roommate.
talk wrong.
Fingers have been perfectly reattached. Go ahead, take a look.
My middle finger and index finger
They're
are
switched.
For the first time ever.
What's he doing experimental shit?
And the FBI
What the
found
fuck?
footage more
Stop
troublesome than
experimenting.
they originally thought.
It appears there was something else in the videotape. We think it's a terrorist training film.
They take over the same thing again.
This kid's got moves.
This kid's got
Kid's
moves.
got moves. Alright, that was episode 15 of Arrested Development, and I had a lot of fun with that episode, man. I mean, all the parts worked for me on there. It looks like Michael, he did need to give up a little bit of power and let the team run it for themselves, and they did. They did a great job. They actually did what he
What he
wouldn't do, but they did it in the, just by doing it. And I think Tobias would play a good as assistant over there for him if he allowed him to do that and just give up a little bit of power. But all of the jokes worked. They all came back full circle. I mean, the doctor was crazy at the hospital. You're right, babe. He doing experimental shit. Basically is what that is. So between him and the other doctor who don't know how to talk right, I mean, that hospital is just Looney Tunes all day long. So I had a good time with this episode, man. Can't wait to see another one.
Yeah, I really honestly loved the Buster and Joe parts. I thought that was fantastic. Shout out to Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Mr. Wonder.
He was classic. I thought it totally worked for me. His character and everything that Ben Stiller brings to a role like that.
Always do it good.
That was fantastic. I loved all of it. So that was a lot of fun. I'm curious to see whether we get to see him again because he was just fantastic. So all of that worked for me. It was great to see Buster too with like an air of authority and like shushing Job and taking authority in that conversation too. That was just a lot of fun. That was probably one of my favorite Buster moments in the series so far. I just like to see that other side of him. And he really embraced the magic. So all of that was just really fun. That was probably my favorite, although I really liked everything as far as everything developing with the doctors. That was really funny to have a new doctor introduced who seemed to be more grounded and is more crazy. So all of that, everything worked for me. It was really fun, very entertaining, and I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Yep. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Arrested Development Season 2, Episode 15. And until next time, people, peace.